celestial event. No words. No words to describe. I should have said, the poet, so beautiful. So beautiful. You need to see what I've seen. You need to see.
These are the spiritual as much as physical voyages of the Co-Federation Solar Sun our starship planet Earth, restored to heaven on our and every earth as our spiritual, genealogical, local, global, universal voyager and shared her and his family community enterprise. Our new millennial year's mission to rediscover and re-understand, sustain, and explore our and all our, in fact, familiar new worlds of family community, of the tree of love, life, and light throughout the solar system and universe, to restore, renew, and sustain our and new life and new sustainable civilizations, past, present, retroactively, and now, rebalance, and future, always balancing, to lovingly, genealogically, and boldly become and be space-time travelers whenever and where we have interdimensional reality, all in part been before, if also never been before, in alternative space-time lines that are circles, which are of the universal EQ, IQ, and SQ continuum. Balance, combinations of the ever-expanding circle which spirals and grows, budding and blooming in space-time. Love and live enlightened, ever young, long, and prosper all both in each and every one. Engage your heart, mind, soul, and body, for we all, both in each, and each both in all, can, must, and marvelously and miraculously make it so.
In the thunderous blast, she emerges, her eyes on fire, the mighty priestess. She is risen from the nativity of Kandra. She is risen from the fires of the earth. She is risen. She is risen.
We are risen.
She is risen. She is risen.
We are risen.
We all are risen.
महालक्ष्मी मृणप्रिया महारूपा महापूज्या महापातकनाशिनी महामाया महासत्त्व महाशक्ति महारथी महाभूत महेश्वर्या महावीर्या महाबला महाबुद्धि महासिद्धि महायोगेश्वरेश्वरी महातंत्र महामंत्र महायंत्र महासना महायागक्रमाराध्या ओम महाभैरवपूजिता महेश्वर महाकल्पक महातांडव साक्षिणी महाकामेशमतिथि महात्रिपुर सुंदरी चतुष्षष्टि उपचाराढ्या चतुष्षष्टि कलामयी महाचतुष्षष्टिकोटियोगिनी गणसेविता
Chilling back. No. Words. Words. God, I should have said. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Maybe the people need to see what I see. They need to see.
This day I call the heavens and the earths as witnesses intercessorily for and hopefully and prayerfully not against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose love and life with light, so that you and your children may live. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not your our new millennial law.
Okay. I've got a prescription. maybe made sunflower, or killer tea and blackwood. This is Anna Marie, singing Christmas, and I am Cherokee, Cheyenne, Blackfoot, and Algonquin, Dakota. And I am also a French, English, and German. And today I have seen, that means we are all related. We embrace the new millennial golden rule that's the law of all the natives of the sacred ground that is Mother Earth and all the planets of all the universes.
Welcome to our third ceremonial broadcast of the day of the heart and headquarters, you might say, of and spiritual quarters, which is no quarters at all because it's a circle. I mean, it's every quarters because it's a circle of the New Millennial Co-Federation of Earth and Planets Family Community of Love, Life in the Light of Balance. We are broadcasting the great big paradigm shift. This is the big shift, folks. I'm the cosmic Christ. I can make light of it. I don't have to be heavy and pompous about this. This is light as a feather. I love you all, and Mother, Father, Goddess, God loves you all. And you've gone down the lemming primrose path of patriarchal planetocide that your media, who is an interlocked boardroom of old men in every kind of corporation, surrounded by yes men and yes women, including their yes women enabling ditzy wives who are too busy decorating their mansions to not realize that we have a zillion mansions of planets to share. They have sent you on. You think that you have a government. You do not have a government, my darlings. You have a circus. And the problem is this animal farm is destroying your planet. It wouldn't be a problem if it was a benign circus. That'd be okay, really. But it isn't benign. It's malignant, like a cancer on this planet. It's causing a total loss of democracy, the most obvious feature. And then, more seriously and noticeably, the destruction of the environment and the destruction of the social environment of the planet. This really doesn't benefit the 1%. They may have power in causing it, but it is an infant's power. It isn't real power at all because it's not sustainable. It's an empire collapsing. It won't work. I give you the great big paradigm shift. It's the new millennial golden rule at 5050now.wordpress.com. I want my family, your family, and we're all one family to make it the law of every neighborhood, love thy neighbor and love and respect thy neighbor, female and male, as thy kin, as thy family, in kindness, as thyself. Now that isn't happening. It isn't happening among people that I know, and it isn't happening among most of you. You already know this. The people of your neighborhood likely hardly even know each other. The people, if you live in an apartment building, the people probably hardly know each other. If you have an extended family, your extended family hardly knows each other. And even among nuclear and atomized divorced families, the people hardly know each other anymore because they've been distracted from what is the real wealth of life, which is human affection and bonding and learning. And once that is understood, humanity essentially can become apotheosis, divine in democracy and divine in every aspect, both female and male, living goddesses and gods of eternal life on this and other planets that we will connect through the stargates. Go to the website and you'll see the days the earth stood still, the essay that I have delivered, and many millions of people know about it likely by now. And also the New Millennial Golden Rule, of course, the most key element of the conceptual switch we need to make. But the switch we need to make is more difficult than just a concept or a set of concepts. It has to do with letting go of old bad habits, and that's a very hard thing for people to do. If they've been steeped in patriarchy for thousands of years and their parents taught it to them and their grandparents taught it to them and their neighbors are doing it and everybody they know is doing it, it's hard to shift out of it. But we have made it easy with the New Millennial Golden Rule. And one of the things that we do is this ceremony, the Eleusinian Mysteries, which focuses on our great and grandmothers, as if the labors and love that they gave had been honored with full representation in government and full counting in the economics of the time. And they had the ability to sit around in a circle frequently with each other and then with the males of their family to chart the future of the neighborhood, the region, and the world. So we are doing this with this ceremony. Our great and grand family of the great and grandmothers who you see on the screen, and you will in a moment, are Shekinah, our women, and our youth aged 37 and younger, female and male. They know who they are, and they have been called today because we want them to act as co-hostesses and co-host. They are resistant to doing so, but they know that their pictures are being seen by you, and we want you to call them forward. We want you to call yourselves forward too. Feel free to call in on the broadcast. I can't always take the messages right, the calls right at the moment that they're given. I might put you on hold, but you can call 641-715-3800, access code 773-342, and that's in country code 01. That's the North American country code. If you're other parts of the world, look at time clock or world clock or time and date and see when those broadcasts are. I am on what is called Eastern Standard Time. And I am broadcasting from Silver Spring, which was where television was invented by a man who was married to his wife, whose real name was Grace Love. And I am Grace Love Risen, because I can tell you that the most powerful thing that you can do to assist your society out of the muddle and mess it's in is turn off the television. Turn it off until they send you an apology in the mail that says, we are sorry for censoring the news of gender parity that was occurring all around the world for the past 25 years from the viewing and knowledge of North American audiences. We are sorry for not telling you about the fact that you're the only place on the earth that doesn't have family leave except for Papua New Guinea, Liberia, and Swaziland. We are sorry for distracting you with nonsense and putting in front of you puppet politicians who we pay off behind the scenes to do our bidding, or we won't let them on television. Now, this is horrific sin. This is worse than what Joseph Goebbels did, because the male adaptive interaction with humanity and nature is now causing enormous destruction around our planet, particularly through global warming, but there's other horrific things that are occurring too, of poisonings and fracking and earthquakes that don't need to happen, and tsunamis and hurricanes, and we are getting whopped by nature. We have destroyed 1/3 of our bees, at least, because of genetically modified pesticides incorporated in seeds, in genetically modified seeds, and Mother Nature is already railing at us. Now, you don't think the people who authored this are a government, do you? God is God doesn't, I can tell you that much. I don't care if they come after me. No problem, I'll come right back. I'm a holy being and I'm a time traveler. I can come right back. But I'm not fearful of that, because I tell you this, that if anyone harms me, your planet will be destroyed. Because I have the light to give you eternal life. What every major heritage on this planet has yearned for always. A paradise on earth and all earths. And it is the new millennial golden rule. And you, my dear holy ones, can carry it as your own law, as if you had come up with it, because it was partly your inspiration that gave me the inspiration to deliver it, to go after the kernels of truth in it, and to deliver it in a usable form. Now, we're going to do this ceremony briefly, and then we're going to be on for another broadcast or two in the starry hours. So let's do the ceremony. We've already done it twice today. Other people have seen it. You have seen it. You are invited to be co-hostesses and co-hosts. Our Shekinah and our youth, age 37 years old, female and male, 37 years young and younger. You are incredibly loved by me, and I am very, very patient. But I can tell you that just having one Messiah is not enough. The job of the Messiah is to bring everyone into Messiahhood, to make everyone anointed, an apotheosis, an immortal being, capable of loving kindness to all humanity, and honesty also. One of the things that I feel is going on in the United States culture is that people have very thin skins. If you say boo to them, they rush away as if you can't say another word. They don't want to hear you. There's a lot of putting of the fingers in the airs and hanging up the telephone and running away, because the American people have lost human bonding. They function like their interactions should either be entirely smooth as glass or not at all. They don't have the patience for conflict resolution in their interpersonal family and community relationships. They are running hither and thither after that puppet politician's program and this one's politician's programs, and that handout over there and this handout over here, and this promise over there and that promise over here. And in the meantime, the entire whole situation is degrading because of one major factor. The women are not there when the decisions are made. They are substantively not there, and the women who are tokens who are socialized to act like men and to have the priorities of men. And therefore the whole thing is sinking into a yang-yang culture with no yin balance, and it is destroying itself, and it is happening. So I'm warning you, don't ignore me anymore, because you have been ignoring me, and you're going to have feedback from the Mother, Father, Goddess, God, until you wake up and come and become part of our new millennial democratic government, democracy, divine democracy government, which is, you are already members. You know, you have already been put there. Your names are there at 5050now.wordpress.com in the section under grassroots, congresses, courts, and assemblies. Under the among the representatives, you, and you, you'll see some of the people whose pictures I'm about to hold up. And we travel back and forth in time with common sense. Common sense was the founding document of the United States. It called for a government that had equal presence of women, full presence of indigenous, no slavery, and no property requirements. After 240 more years, we have not yet used common sense. So, and also this time frame is also the time of the great Satyagraha revolution of India. Both these lands were rebelling against the monarchy of England, and they're both yet not completed with their successful transition from monarchy and aristocracy. Why? Because the women are dumbed down, especially in North America, and it has brought down the whole world into a quicksand. We're sinking like the Titanic in quicksand. We need to wake the women of North America up. They should have had gender parity by the year 2000. I ran on the balance of gender ticket in the state of Maryland because I am a direct descendant of Maryam of Magdala and Maryam of Nazareth and all of their kin, famous and unfamous, famous and less famous, and female and male. And I regard the men of that clan extremely important. The heroic figure who we all know was crucified or think was crucified likely. We don't want any more crucifixions. We've had enough crucifixions. They're all caused by patriarchy. Get this message straight. Patriarchy causes the very things it's fighting. You have all these religious environments prattling on about what this pope said and what that imam said and what this rabbi said, blah, 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 blah. What this guru said. Everywhere there's a patriarchal worship service, it's all hypocrisy. They're buggering their flock, and they're making each other quite nonsensically hypocritical. The only real government of the world is what Tom Paine talked about. The world is my country, and my religion is to do good. That's the only real religion. It is divine democracy. Everything else falls into place within that. It's wonderful to have a great tradition of various heritages, music, poetry, psalms. That's very good. But understand that you live on one planet and it's all interconnected. And don't pretend like your nation or your sect is alone itself. You live on a planet and you're related to all the people who live on this planet, and you need each other, and you need to learn about each other. And most importantly, you need your decisions to be made by both women and men, and follow the new millennial golden rule. So now we'll do the ceremony. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous and miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. Mitakuye oyasin, namaste. I greet the divine within me, greets the divine within you. We are all related. Mitakuye koya, Savior all. And Pax becomes Pax culture. To best, that lyric, Ciao, Juice, Slantavag, Mir Pache, all the languages, greetings, whatever your language is, Sayonara, all of the languages. I'm going to learn some more. I'm going to be having plenty of time to do that, because with my delivery of the new law, we're on the Q continuum and we'll all have time to learn. So, we'll drink the milk of human kindness for all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. I represent all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. I act as your intercessors until you get your act together to join and do ceremonies like these of your own with your family and community as sisters and brothers, sister cousins and brother cousins. And start with the women and the youth aged 37 and younger, female and male. In my family, they're incredibly gifted, but they don't know that they are, so they don't gather yet. I know. Okay, and we'll say, we'll drink the water of loving, living planets for all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. Representing all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. We'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days together, all both in each and every one as soon as possible, starting with our spring and autumnal spring, golden spring, holy days, and then all the years round as a circle, as circles, past, present, and future. We'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days together, past, present, and future. Let me show you some pictures on the screen share of some of the folks. I want them to know that their faces are shown. I've told them that they are, and they need to know that they are. So let me do some screen shares here. Okay, here's our bouquet of our family tree, our great and grandmothers, our current Shekinahs, our current youth, female and a male, age 37 and younger represented. Very, very gifted, goddess-like, goddess and godlike, don't know their own value, not coming yet to the conferences, but they will. We have given them the new millennial golden rule, the understanding of yin and yang balance of planets and of the universe itself, and the light of the universe. And let's show you a little bit larger picture. Here's the circle of Shekinah. Some of these people are very much on the wrong tangent right now, but they'll come back. And here is our youth, female and male. Very excellent, lovely, marvelous, miraculous people that don't know their own value, but I do. And the importance of their interconnection. That's a key element we need to build. But their mothers are not connecting, so it's hard for them to figure. Their fathers don't know how either. And the fathers really are not the right people right now. It needs to be the mothers and their sisters in Shekinah. So they're kind of lost in an ozone waiting for their elder women to stop acting like stupid crones and act like smart, crowned crones of wisdom and give that kind of gift to their youth, female and male. And we're all sitting here waiting. So I'm working on it. Same as your family. Same with your family. Your women of your family are very dumbed down. Everywhere else in the world has paid family leave or balance of love and work. They all know that they're not supposed to be paying through the eye teeth for the internet. They have more solar power, more renewable energy. The women here are very dumbed down. They lost contact with Mother Nature. They're not even getting the family leave to allow them to bond with their own babies. We've got to do something to change this paradigm real fast. Real fast, folks. So that's why I've given you the new millennial golden rule, and these people all have it. And so now let's go back to looking at their pictures on a little larger level. We make these consciousness currencies. You can read more about them on the section about your infinite wealth and the Mary Lambert and Tom Payne and Susan B. Anthony gallery of consciousness currencies on the website. Make sure you do your grandmothers, your Shekinah and your current Shekinah, and your great and grandmothers and their sisters Shekinah through time implied, at least two or three generations back. Your current Shekinah and your youth, female and male, who are 37 of age and younger. Now, I found with my family that a lot of these people are very resistant to contact, and they also don't know anything about reciprocal contact. And they're in splits and starts, and they're all split away from each other. So you have to kind of make a circle gradually and not forget anybody completely, and make sure that they know that you're thinking about them until they get their act together to come. And stop splitting each other up. So we'll say, and I think you should see the way Google works, from what I can see of the what's showing here, is it's reversing the left and the right. So there's a slight difference in what you ought to be seeing, but it isn't that important because you have to think of these people as a circle. Okay, and here's some very intensely loved people by me. Children of mine and our mother and great grandmothers. I hope you have people that you care deeply about. I do. We all must. Sisters, cousines, and the younger generations. The sisters, cousines, and the mothers, and the younger generations together. And again, the entire extended family. So important to regain that contact, and so easy now over the internet. And of course, we always like to say, thinking of ourselves as if our different talents are like gems of a rainbow, of a bouquet of flowers and ripe fruit, but not overripe, and we have to work on getting people to catch up with where they need to be to go back to the best future. We'll start fresh in partnership culture instead of patriarchy. Because we'd rather have paradise on earth than planeticide, wouldn't you say? Okay. On our earth and our earths. And so we'll say once again, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We'll say all the blessings and all the greetings of all of the languages of all our heritages of all of our earths, past, present, and future. Remember, I and you are time travelers. You just don't realize it. Our souls have been here before, and they're waiting for this time of the new millennial golden rule, the great shift. And we'll say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And we'll say all the blessings and all the greetings of all the heritages of our earth, the languages of all the heritages of all of our earth and all of our earths. Okay, that's our ceremony. You've seen it before. You're going to see it a lot. Although I kind of ran through it a little quickly because I have a lot to do, it's very sacred. It is the Eleusinian mysteries revealed as the LU Savioral mysteries. I'll flash up a screen share for you, and we'll see you back at the next broadcast very shortly, in a couple of hours. And here you see our family tree juxtaposed with other first families of the North American continent of various heritages, and how this will bring about the opening of the stargates. Okay, I'll leave the screen share up for a while, and we'll be back in a few hours. Not letting us go into the Hangout. What's going on here? Screen is acting kind of funny. Here we go. Okay, and we'll see you in a few hours.
Gotta keep the hat on camera.